Okay, when starting a new project, you make sure you save your current project if you have one open. Then you go to File in Adobe Animate, and you go to New. Now when you go to New, the default is HTML Canvas. You leave that. For right now, we're not going to change any of this with the exception of the background color. Now you can click here to change the background color, or if you click OK and then decide you want to change the background color, you can go to Modify, Document, and you can also change it right here. As always, remember, whatever color you pick, you have to do the opposite with your text. So if you do a light color background, you can do dark color text. If you do a dark color background, you do a light color text. I'm going to pick kind of a light beige color and hit OK. Now, animating text works a little different. You click on the first double click down here in the layer 1. Our first text is going to be the word Harper for Harper Creek, but only the word Harper. Then we'll hit return. Now I'm going to click on the text tool. I'm going to drag a box just slightly above the left corner here. Now you should be able to see over here something called properties. If that's not out for some reason, you can go here and select properties. Now with your text box made, go ahead and type the word Harper. And if you like that size, great. If you don't, highlight it, and you can change the size here. And I like 48, so I'll type in 48 and hit return. Okay, then I'm going to change the font. I'll try Adobe Garamin Pro. And then pick a color that's going to go good with your background. I'm going to pick a dark blue color. And then to deselect, I usually just click somewhere up here. Or actually, I probably have to click the selection tool. Now the selection tool in the top left is also the tool I'm going to use to move this. Now I could start my text literally outside of here and then animate it to appear in here. Or I could start it in the top left corner. Actually, to do something different, I'm going to start this slightly out of here. Maybe I'll leave a little piece sticking up. So there's the start of my animation on frame 1. You can't even see it. Now, just like we did before, I'm going to animate this much like the bouncing ball. Ultimately, it's going to arrive about right there. It'll be Harper Creek and then underneath High in School. But before it gets there, I'm going to have it bounce here, there, and then come up. So that's going to be very similar to what we did with the bouncing ball. So my first bounce is going to go this way. It's going to go there. And I'm going to take 40 frames to get there. So it'll take almost 2 seconds to get there. So it's going to go a little bit slower. That's okay. I'm going to go up here to frame 40. I'm going to do a right click and insert a keyframe. Now you got to do that first before you move it. Some people move it first and then that's going to be the starting point if you move it first. Now I'm going to drag it down there. Now I could have it go right up against the wall, come close to it, go over a little bit, whatever I feel like animating. Okay, I'm going to have mine go right up to it. So that's where it's going to go in the first 40 frames. Now the next group of frames, I'm going to have it just go a short distance here, maybe 15 frames. So I'm going to go up to about frame 55. I click once to get close to there. Then I do a right click and insert a keyframe. Then I drag that just a short distance to about right there. Now the last one's going to go into place right there. Okay, it's not going to be real long, maybe 20 frames. So I'll go up to frame 75. I'll click underneath it, do a right click, and go to insert keyframe. Now I'm going to drag it where I want. That's where it's going to land and that's where it's going to stay. Now it's going to stay there a long time because the other words are going to come in and we'll have Harper arrive first, then High, Harper, and then Creek, then High, and then School. So we're at 75 right now. We're going to go up to 200. Okay, so we're going to click under 200 and do a right click and put in a keyframe. So we now have, we want just to stay there. It's not even going to move in that last section. So go back to your beginning. Now for the tweens, between the first and second keyframe, do a right click and do a classic tween. Do the same thing between the other ones. And as always, when you get to the last one, because we did not move it anywhere between this keyframe and the end, you don't have to put a tween there. It's not going anywhere. But if you want to put a tween there, it won't hurt anything. Okay. Now what is that going to do? I'm going to go to Control. You're going to go to Rewind. And I'm going to play it. And it's going to go there just like the bouncing ball. Except it's going to go there. Now I'm going to do Creek real fast. It's going to be kind of a quickie. I'm going to go up here and stop my animation. I don't know why I started it again by accident. I'm going to rewind it. Now I'm going to do a really quick one this time. I'm going to go down here and click for a new layer. It says Layer 2. I'm going to double click on Layer 2 and make that Creek. And I'm going to hit Return. Now I have to make the word Creek. And my playhead is on frame 1. So I'm going to click the text there, and I'm going to drag this outside of here, so it's not even onto the animation here. And I'm going to make Creek. Now I like the size 48. You don't have to change the size, but I do want a different font and a different color for each. So I'm going to just randomly here in a hurry pick Georgia. Georgia looks kind of too similar. I'll pick Helvetica. Then I'll pick a different color. This one I'll do like a dark red. And then I'll deselect by clicking there. Now I'm purposely leaving Creek outside of the animation at this point, because at frame 1, I don't want it anywhere on my stage. Now watch this. This is going to be something different. I'm going to go up to frame 30 and put in a keyframe. Now some of you are saying, Mr. Rio, you didn't have your thing showing at frame 1. I know. I don't want it anywhere in the stage until frame 30. Now at frame 30, all I'm doing is dragging it to here. So it appears. Okay, we don't even see it till frame 30. Now it's ultimately going to land about right there. But what I'm going to do is a real quick there, and up. So how do I do that? Real simple. This is going to go there. I'm going to jump ahead like 30 frames up to 60. I'm going to insert a keyframe. I'm going to drag it to there. I'm going to do a quick one down here. I'm going to jump ahead maybe another 25 frames. I go to 85, insert a keyframe, drag it to there. This one's going to be a little short one. Go up to about 100, insert a keyframe, and then I can have it look like it's going off slightly, no big deal. And then I'm going to bring it up to spot in about 10 frames. So I'm going to go up to like frame 110, 112, somewhere around there, insert a keyframe, and I'm going to put it up next to there. Now I want to stay there until frame 200. So I'm going to go up to frame 200. Now it looks like it filled it in automatically anyway, so I don't probably have to do anything. So I'm going to go back to my beginning there and put in all my tweens. I'm going to put a classic tween in. Now the first one I don't need a tween. There's nothing until frame 30. I could put one in there probably, but I don't need it because it's not going anywhere. Now I'm going to do a classic tween there. A classic tween here. A couple more real quick ones here. Now I don't need one in the very last one because it's not going anywhere. Now I'm going to do a quick save up here. I'm going to go, I'm going to name it Rio A2. I'm going to go Control. Whoop, I got to hit save. Go to Control, Rewind. Go to play. Now there goes Harper. Notice Creek started later. Creek is still bouncing. There it is. And then it stays there. So that's a start of this project. Tomorrow we'll do the other two, which will be the same thing, except we're going to start them a little later. We'll do high and then school, and we'll have them bounce around a bit and come in at different times. If need be, we'll add some more keyframes and have it go longer than 200, and we'll end up making a real nice animation for Harper Creek High School. So go ahead and hit save, and that's our lesson for today in using text for an Adobe Animate animation.